Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. In case we haven't met yet, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below so I know it's the first time you're being exposed to me and exposed to the Pajama Grandma. Today, wow, I realized how loud I am in the morning, and I was thinking about vacuums. Vacuums are kind of the topic today. I don't know if they were the topic today or not, but I've talked about them, I think, in all my videos this morning, because vacuums suck everything up around them. And it got me to thinking about the experiences and the businesses I've been involved in and the tasks I've done in my life that felt like a vacuum. They kind of just sucked the life out of me, and that I don't choose to do those anymore. I only choose to do what makes me feel awesome, which is maybe why I'm loud in the morning. Actually, I've always been a morning person, but I used to be really quiet in the morning so nobody would wake up. And now I realize I'm pretty much loud all the time. Could be the hearing. You think maybe the hearing is going? I hope not, because the eyes are pretty much shot, so I need my hearing. You know, I got the magnifying glass going on and things. But I also think that after you have an experience, I had a death experience, and so after you have that, I think it makes you appreciate every day so much more. So even if it's a crappy day, I wake up excited that I wake up excited that I woke up. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do today that's fun and I'm curious about and I'm excited about? Because you never know. And I guess we always know that we never know, but when you actually have an event that shows you that you never know, it makes everything different. It kind of colors your whole world a little bit differently. And it makes me kind of laugh about vacuums. And I mean, there's actually vacuum people on the planet. Have you ever noticed that there's people that kind of suck the life out of everything and everyone around them? And we pretty much tend to run away from them, right? At least I do. But then there's people that are givers, and they just give attention and time and energy to us, and we just love to be around them. And so that got me thinking all about, as we're building our teams and supersizing our businesses, because that's what I coach people to do and help people with, is we need to make sure that we're not just sucking up everything. And that might be, we have phases of that. Like when I'm in a learning phase, I'm just out sucking up all the information that I can find. But then I make sure that I teach that information and try to give that information back and share that information with other people. I don't just go out and learn it for the sake of learning it. Well, a lot of people do that. I go out and I learn it because I'm learning it for a specific reason. I remember when I was first learning about outsourcing because I wanted to supersize my business. And so I bought like 20 books on outsourcing. I tried to go online, but there really wasn't that much internet back then. But I tried to research and do things online. I went over to the Hill Reference Library. I think I got like 20 books. I bought like 20 books and read them all because I wanted to absorb all the information I could. I was being a vacuum or a sponge. Probably a sponge is a better analogy. And absorbing all the information I could about outsourcing so that I could then apply it to my business. And then later on, I discovered I was going to teach other people how to apply it to their business, because it's a huge topic and it's becoming more and more a big topic. And I'm not talking about the political thoughts or feelings around outsourcing, because you can outsource in America as well as you can outsource overseas. It's just the whole topic I find fascinating. But I'll do that with things. I find that sometimes I'm a sponge, sometimes I'm a sprinkler, and I give out as much information and knowledge as I possibly can. But today is actually day 29 of the challenge that I'm doing. I'm doing a 30-day challenge for showing how to supersize your business. And I'm doing that as part of a 365-day challenge to do Facebook Lives. Within the group, Marian Asana, the gentleman that started it, he's adding kind of subgroups, because a year is a long time, and I think there's only 5 or 6 of us left in the year-long challenge doing that. So it's fun to have a couple new people, and I wish there were more, and I hope that he does another one and that there's more people that hop on board, because it's really fun, and I love learning about new people, and so I find it exciting to have new people join the challenge. But this time I changed. Normally I just go on for the 365-day challenge and I talk about whatever topic. I've got my blue, 3x5 index card catalog little box that I'll just pull a topic out of, and then I would talk about that topic. But for this 30-day challenge, I decided, maybe I should be creating something that's a little more value. So I've created, and I broke down the process of supersizing your business, because it is, of course, a process. And I'm teaching that over a 30-day period in just little chunks with little daily actions. And if you do it, by the end of it, guess what? You have learned and created your own framework for supersizing your own business. Hello, massive value if you get it. Now, I don't know how many people actually understand and get it, but I hope they do, because now you got it. You've got it. You know the process. All you have to do is go out and do it. Although I find that it's hard for a lot of people to do stuff. So I'm thinking about that today. I'm also being interviewed on a podcast today, so I'm kind of excited about that. Usually it's Pajama Grandma doing the interviewing, so it'll be fun to be on somebody else's podcast. And I love his concept. His name is Bob. So he interviews business owners and entrepreneurs, and he does it in 8 minutes and 8 seconds. So his interviews are 8 minutes and 8 seconds for his podcast, which I find fascinating and he did it because his name's Bob, which is 808, which I think is so creative. And I think if you ask the right questions, you can really share some incredible tidbits and information in 8 minutes and 8 seconds. So I'm excited to be on that, because we know sometimes once I get on a roll, I can talk a lot. So I'll have to stick to the task and just go with the format. But it's exciting. It's fun to do things like that. And I love creative people. I've buried my creative side. I think I talked about this yesterday, for decades. And it's time that I start, pulling some of that creative juices out and putting it and infusing it into what I do, because it makes my life more fun and happier. And I can supersize my business in creative ways, as well as supersizing it in the boring old ways that everybody else does. And frankly, the boring old things that everybody else does aren't really the way that you supersize your business. You supersize you and your life by throwing you into it. So that's what I'm thinking about today. That's what I'm working on today. I also I've got to move our mastermind call. We're having a hard time with our mastermind call, so I have to get a hold of everybody and find a better time for our mastermind call. When things change and when school comes into effect, that impacts people's schedules, and so we need to sometimes move things around. So go out, make it a fantastic day. Don't be a vacuum. Don't suck the life out of people and situations around you. Give to situations and people around you. You know that that's how we get ahead in everything, right? If you're working in a job still, and you have a job and you just go there and do the minimum to get by and just put in your time, guess what? You're not going to get promoted, because you're just doing the minimum to get by. But if you give and find ways to contribute to the organization, just like when we give and find ways to contribute to the world, our businesses grow and supersize, so do our careers advance. So whatever situation you're in, if you give to your relationships and not be a vacuum, if you give more attention, more love, more energy, you get more out of everything. So be a giver, not a vacuum. Be a giver, not a sucker-upper. Whatever. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow with day 222, which is a cool number, 222, of What's She Up To Now? What are you up to now? Share in the comments below, because I would love to know. Pajama Grandma out.